Okay, I think we're on. Oh yes, we are. No, it's most definitely on. I'm getting away from the ramp nice and early. It is 5:30. I think astronomical first light was at 5 o'clock. There's a little bit of light in the sky. And 6 o'clock sun up, I believe. I should have the pots in just after sun up. And then I'm going to go and hunt some whiting. Maybe look for some squid after that. And see how the day progresses. Since I was planning to target crabs, whiting and squid this trip, my first stop was the marine gutter off the Rouse Channel. I gave it several drifts without getting a hit, so I moved back out into the Rouse Channel to try the banks along there. I gave that several drifts, again without getting any hits. Still not giving up, I headed into Fisherman's Gutter to give that a try. I gave that a few drifts as well, and again I didn't get any hits on either rod, either the whiting rod I was holding or the squid rod which I had just floating over the side. Now up until this point I'd been using soft plastics, something that I try from time to time and still haven't had a lot of success with. But given how the day was going, I relented and I decided to add some small strips of squid to the hook to see if I could entice a bite that way. And that did in fact work, but sadly, all I caught were a couple of toadfish. I think I really should have made the effort to get over to Mr. Bait and get some of his beach worms. I'm sure they would have helped. Never mind, next time. Since I wasn't having any luck at all with the whiting or the squid that I'd intended to target, and I had everything that I needed on board for an overnighter, I decided I'd fish into the night and try for a few dew. That meant that I was going to need some live bait. Now, since the northern exit to Fisherman's Gutter is quite close to the foul ground, I decided I'd go out there and have a look first. As you can see, there was plenty on the sounder. When I'm collecting live bait offshore, I nearly always drop one back down in case the predators are hanging around. I don't always do that in the bay, but I should. A subscriber commented on that last time, asking me why I didn't, and I really don't have an answer. It's something I do offshore and something I don't do in the bay because generally in the bay I haven't been in the habit of looking for live bait until recently. Again, no explanation for that either. But the reason for dropping one down is that quite often you'll find a snapper or some other predator hanging around the live bait, just waiting for a feed. I have my chest cam on, but somehow I missed packing the hat cam when I was loading the bait. So I'm missing a lot of different video angles on this trip. I'm sorry about that. I am quite annoyed about forgetting it. I'll just demonstrate how I firstly unhook the sabiki rig and then hook it back up so that it's safe to have the sabiki line on a normal rod. It's wrapped around one of these guides, so you start off by unwrapping the line with the hooks on it, and then I always use an even number of hooks and you unhook the pairs of hooks. It only takes a few seconds to get the rod ready to drop. I've got the sinker attached on a loop on the handle there. So as soon as you unhook it like that, you just drop that over into the water and you're away. When it's time to pack it up, I put the lead loop back over the handle. Then I take each pair of hooks and hook them together. Again, when you're not trying to video it for someone, it's very quick to do. And once you've gone that far, take the line like that, wrap it round and hook it back in behind the guide there. And then there's no way those hooks are going to get tangled in anything. Unless you grab hold of them, you're not going to get them in your hand. They're not flying around. I've never had a hook up in myself or any of the upholstery even since I've been packing my rods up like this. Never let a chance for bait go by. Oh, nice big ones. Then I'm not prepped at all, am I? Come on, where are you hooked? How many hooks have you got in you? Shit. Get you off first then. Oh, big little tailor. Sort that out in a minute. That's more like it. Right, go through the front and turn my encoder on so I can spot lock over that. Put a livey down. What do you think? There. Over you. What have we got here? Trevally. There was a good bit of bait down there, but there was also a lot of these amongst them. Undersized tailor. I did unhook them into the live bait tank, but then I got the scooped them out and sent them back to the deep. Normally I don't cast a bait very far from the boat, but with a sabiki out one side, a paternoster off the stern, I wanted a bit of separation in case I hooked something large. So in this instance I cast the line out a bit. It didn't take all that long. I think I wanted the net. Oh yeah, you're going back though. Oh dear. Yeah, nice one. But he's got to go back. Bugger, bugger, bugger. He's going in. Yep. Oh, he's not hooked by much. I'll just say 53. As you just saw, I had my old Sony action cam all set to get some underwater video of the fish as I released it and it swam away. Sadly, it's been a long time since I used that camera, and the display is tiny with very cryptic and difficult to distinguish icons, so the next clip is what I ended up with. Obviously, I need to get some practice with that camera. Oh, had to throw a snapper back. Heaps of undersized tailor and got some live bait for tonight.
Coming back out, you keen?
Oh, I'm going to stay out.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, couldn't ask for better. What's that?
I can see a lot of fish on the sounder.
Yeah, a lot of bait down there. I got some live bait for tonight.
What size was the snapper?
53. Wasn't huge. Still hurt to throw it back.
Yeah, I know. When our mate said we're going over to the herring, I said, why? You can't catch anything. We can't keep it.
Yeah, you get the odd other species at Harry's.
So we just got a little snapper.
Sometimes you can pull mackerel after mackerel up at Harry's.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the dolphins. I tell you the picture there. Oh, hang on, that popped out. But he has too. I don't know, we've got something on there. I think I might have something on here. It's a bit heavy just for the bait. Yeah, got something on here. A grinner, is it? Oh, yep. That's what he is. Decent size, but a grinner. Oh, we must be on something. We are. We are definitely on something. What? That's the question. Got no fight in it. Oh shit. Oh, I just busted off for something big. Got some interest on this one by the looks of it. I've had a very nervous bit of live bait. Come on. You know you want it. Oh, come on, I want my kite back on. Oh. No, he's big enough to take the hooks. Some little guy having a bit of an aggressive bite, but he's a big fella, he would have wolfed it down. Now, okay. Starting to get a bit cool again. I think I'll put it on over top of my life jacket. I'll have to check that bait in a minute. Yeah, I think it's gone. It's not gone, it's probably dead, so I still have to check it. Yep. Huh, how did it miss that hook? How in the world did it miss that hook? Crafty bugger. Okay, I think we're on. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, geez, it's most definitely on. We're on. Or did we bit it off? Bit the bottom. Oh, yep, bit the hook off. Bit the bottom hook off. Dang. Yeah, it's been, I'd say it's been bitten. No reason why it would break there. Oh, I see what's happened. This is a slider. Yeah, okay. It's breaking at the hook. Okay, the knot's breaking at the hook. But whatever had it had teeth, because that's that line is a bit damaged. So yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Again, we extracted that hook out of there without getting it in our mouth. Clever fish. Although it was getting too dark to film anymore, I had a total of 4 baits taken without the fish getting the hook, and another 2 that took the hook but broke me off on the structure. That was a total of 3 good hookups, and my rig just wasn't heavy enough to stop them before they reached the structure. You know that awful sinking feeling you get when you've got a good fish on and you can just feel that thin braid dragging across something on the bottom? You know you're going to lose it. And to add insult to injury, I had the heavier rod in my hand when I was packing the boat, but I put it back because I had the whiting rod, a squid rod, a sabiki rod, a casting rod with a slug on it for the bust-ups, a slow-pitch jigging rod, a trolling rod, and a couple of general-purpose rods, and I figured that one more was just too many. I was wrong. I am looking forward to a rematch though, and next time I will be better prepared. After the last break-off, I decided that I just wasn't going to land anything with the rods I had, and I decided to retreat to Horseshoe Bay for the night. The idea was to anchor in about 3 metres of water in Horseshoe Bay and try casting for some squid. In the past I've found that Horseshoe Bay can be very productive for squid on a quiet night. Unfortunately, coming in around 9:30 at night, I had no hope of finding the edges of the weed beds in the dark, so I couldn't pick the spot that I wanted to anchor. Usually I anchor up in the late afternoon when I can see where the weed beds are and pick a good spot where I can cast over the edges of them. I did give it a good try, but I didn't get any squid. The next morning, I went over to the West Peel Artificial Reef and spent some time there until it was time to go and pick up the pots. While I was at West Peel Artificial Reef, I did hook up to quite a large wobbegong, got him right up to the side of the boat, and he broke me off as I tried to do something about getting the hook out. It didn't matter, I didn't want him anyway. He was a bit better than a metre long, too heavy to put in the net. All I wanted to do was get a pair of pliers down and get my hook back, but he looked after that. He broke the line instead. If I'd had my hat cam, I would have got some footage of that, but with the chest cam, there was just nothing worthwhile in the frame. Oh, well, there's the take home. 11 crabs. Don't know how many bust-offs. Lost my good ballyhoo trolling lure. I do have a spare, but that was the one I was using. And lost a lot of gear. I think what hurts most, apart from having to let the snapper go, what hurts most is I had the rod that I should have used for the jewfish in my hand and decided not to take it because I had the whiting rod and the squid rod and every other rod that I thought I needed, and left the one I should have had for the jew behind. If I had that, I would have been able to put on a better fight with them. Never mind, I know for next time. Good fishing.